here in Houston, S.O.W, Stream of Wisdom. Um, if you haven't got your arms in,
Damn.
please get your arms in.
You warm up.
Right? It's not even. All you gotta do is like, no, please get your arms in.
You better even warm up.
Get your arms in.
Right to it.
Kind.
God. Hey.
The altar and the sanctuary rest on thee. So if you get that in, so we can get to take care of the school rent, the school necessities. We do have a feast coming next week. Not next week, but next month. Feast of Trumpets.
Oh, you don't have it.
Feast of Trumpets. That will be September 10th.
It's just, yeah.
Little tilt action. Yeah, September 10th. Feast of Trumpets. So get ready for that. A little congregating.
That iPhone got me looking light skinned. Damn.
You look, bro.
What is going on?
It's a high quality camera. Look at the definition.
Okay. So, yeah.
He said light skin. Yeah, dog.
We look the same complexion,
That's wild. Oh, I'm dark skinned. Black of the berry, sweet of the juices.
But if it's too black, it's Rodney.
Oh,
Throw
no.
that thing away.
And the mangoes in the fridge.
Yeah, so if you want to send any alms or donations, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. If you want to send any alms donations, look in the description box. That's where all of our information is, our school information, class times, location. Shout out to all the schools, Albuquerque, San Antonio,
Let's take that part out.
Norfolk, and last but not least, the Rochester. Okay, so if you're ever in any of those areas or you're close to it, if you cannot make it to
I know.
a daily class, like one of our weekday classes, do this. If you're not too far away, make the journey. If you're within 2 hours, 3 hours away, pull up on the Shabbat.
My God.
Pull up on the Shabbat and congregate with brothers and sisters. Let us know that you actually exist. If you watch online and you can actually make the drive, come through, spend the day with us. We're hospitable in person. We're not just strict Bible. We're actual genuine people, so you can come by and talk to us and we can kick and hang out and get to know each other better. More than just y'all seeing us online and we don't see you.
I gotta sit up like this with this phone.
Nah,
The whole
bruh.
thing.
Yeah, because it's.
The definitions.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like they got the whole thing just shining.
It is.
I'm gonna sit like this the whole time.
It does.
That's crazy.
I don't zoomed.
Nah, you zoomed in too far.
I got you. Well, they need a close up for this class.
Nah, bro. Anyhow.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyhow. We here. It's, what is it, 7:10? Yeah. So y'all see the title. We're gonna continue. This is probably gonna be the last one for this class. Our therapy sessions on for young men and women seeking marriage, right? And just going about to explore biblically what is a God-fearing woman, what does it look like, what does she look like? If she presented herself or was presented to you, would you be able to understand and then move towards that? So, and if you're, again, if you know, by proxy, if you're a woman and we're bringing out these certain things about a God-fearing woman, are you holding yourself to the standard to be considered such?
It don't matter.
So,
Hey, Every,
All you gotta do is zoom out
I-
and tilt the camera. Zoom out a little bit. Pardon our technical, right there, and then tilt the camera so that it doesn't show all the pose.
Con.
I think you tilt it. Yeah, go up. You know, you have to look at it. Look, you have to look at it from your phone.
Yeah.
On this.
Oh. No, I'm looking.
Okay. That's fine.
I got you.
That's fine right there.
I just want to see your glory. That's all.
That's very zoomed though. It's not like all. Okay,
It's the new feature.
it don't matter. No, it don't gotta be so zoomed. Maybe, yeah. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. That's just a thing to take my focus. So you can title this. This is session 3, the fruit of the spirit in domestic life. So if you've been following these classes, there's a methodology, there's a methodology that I'm going through, which this is gonna loop right back into the first class. It's gonna loop right back into the understanding of the first class. And the methodology is to just break down the characteristics of, truthfully, how a man should be holding himself and how a woman should be holding themselves as far as characteristics, moral standards, relationships, how they should be doing this if they profess, I'm an Israelite. That's number 1, right? Because these are just Israelite characteristics, right? These are just characteristics that the Most High wanted us to embody, and then some of them now transition over to the marriage covenants, and some of them transition over to just brother, sister interactions. But for the most part, no matter what the class is titled, if you look at what's being brought out in the scriptures that we're going to, this doesn't have to fit the narrative of a married or a woman that's trying to get married or a man. This is just the narrative of a person that's trying to live their life a certain way. And so, if you strip it all the way back, that's what it boils down to. I'm living my life a certain way. Everything else is just titles. Wife, that's a title. That's something that you have to do before the title is justified. Brother, that's a title, but there's something that you have to do to be a brother, a sister, right? Man, woman, those are titles. But there's something that you have to do. There's a way you have to carry yourself. There's a standard you have to meet for those titles to be justified. Every woman ain't a wife, right? Every man is not a husband. You have to be taught how to be a wife. You have to be taught how to be a husband. So that's my mind when putting together these classes, is that we're supposed to be teaching what the standard is if you want to move towards this title. Just like an officer. I want to be an officer. Okay, what is the standard? Mm-hmm. This is the standard. Now let's see if you meet the criteria. And then you can get that title. And then you have to keep doing the criteria. It don't stop. So that's the mind. So if you really look at these classes, they can be used in many different facets outside of marriage. They can be used to just teach just Israelite character and how we should be. All right, so
moral standard and quality of an Israelite.
There it is, the moral standard, the quality of an Israelite.
Because even like we were going over that with brothers last night. Mm-hmm. You know, he that is a Jew is one inwardly.
Right. I quoted on the phone yesterday. Yeah, Romans 2. Yeah.
So it don't, like, you could have a look of the part or be birthed into the nationality, but you know, if you're not upholding the standard, are you really Israelite? Are you really a wife? Are you really a brother? No, so it's
no, you're just Jewish.
Gone.
You're acting the part, but you're not doing the part. And that's the thing that a lot of brothers they're coming to find out, that if I can only act the part and not really embody it and not really be who the Most High set me out to be, so our brothers is getting busted down and suspended, and sisters is getting whatever they get, and it's just all this unnecessary drama within, because I'm not really, I'm cosplaying. You're cosplaying. You got the fake sword. You know cosplay? Yeah, you go out in the field with a bunch of weirdos. You got this styrofoam sword, and I'm God, right? And you got the.
You dressed up as a cartoon character.
Yeah, you dressed up as a medieval man, and then you're in the middle of the field. That's my maiden, right?
Oh yeah, that's Red Fest.
Right. You go to Renaissance Fest in cosplaying. You dressed up. You're just in a costume.
Yeah.
Cosplay. You can't cosplay your nationality, but some of us are doing that. Your nationality your heritage is a costume you put on, but the real you is still under you, the old man,
Okay.
the old woman. So this is to help transition, right? If you're still stuck after years, this is to help try to transition. All these classes are designed. So without going through the whole, just this whole dissertation of saying the same thing over and over. Session 3, the fruit of the spirit in domestic life. So why is this important? And what am I going to try to show is that the fruits of the spirit, they're needed in all facets of life. Well, I got the fruits of the spirit. Well, let's see. Because they're needed in marriage. Believe it or not, they're needed in marriage. Right? And so when is a woman, when does the Most High really prove our character? Is it the good times? When is it?
In the bad.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad time.
When you're going through it.
Right. In your trials, right? He proves us, not in the good time when it's nice, it's calm, it's laid back. You're proving who you really are as a woman, as a wife, or as a potential wife, when things aren't necessarily going the way we intend them to go.
Mm-hmm.
Under that fiery trial, right? When the daily, you know how you have like daily things that you have to do as a wife, as a mom, right? That's when you get tested, when it's work and then come home, kids, husband, go, then the next day, work, come home, then the next day, come work, shoot right to garments. And you're just under that gun all the time. And it's just like a pressure cooker, right? And it's not even that it's a trial, it's just that it's a constant, continuous, like me and my rib was talking the other day, and we were just talking about like how busy the weekends be. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday be crazy for us. Like we're not at the house at all, really. She definitely ain't at the house. Right? Because leave work on Friday, head to class. Hit class, here till about 9:10, go home, try to catch a few hours of sleep, you right back in class, 10 a.m. Here all day, right? Shoe home, she's right back here at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning for garments, here till about 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that weekend shift. It's more, her weekends are more grueling than the weekdays. Right? That Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for her is crazy. Work on Thursday, right to garments. Go home, wake up, 5 a.m., right to work, right to class. Wake up. We waking up damn early as hell. So, that grind, that constant grind in just regular domestic life is what is going to pull out the character in this woman. That's why I keep saying, if brothers just wait and tame their loins and have some loin discipline, you'll figure out who she is just by everyday life without having to figure out who she is after you lay with her. You'll figure out, the spirit will show you what she's about if you just wait. But what do brothers do? They get antsy, they get itchy, they gotta get that itch scratched, and then you go at it, you commit, and then you never was able to reveal. Same thing with sisters. You never was able to really reveal that man or that woman just through everyday occurrences. So what would you be looking for in these situations? Well, how does she perform under pressure? And it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're creating a pressure situation. Just how does she perform with her everyday life? How does she handle it? What does she got going on? Does she got work, school, right? Does she have any type of industry in her life that's going on? And is she accomplishing, or is she overwhelmed? What's her time management? Or is she overwhelmed? Is she always behind, stuck under the gun of time? Right? Is her domestic life causing her now to go out of the spirit? Meaning, it's so much for her that she doesn't know how to keep her meekness, her humility. Like, these are things that you'll only find out, right, if you look, but if you be patient. Because the Most High he's not testing you in that good time. And guess what? Watch this. What's the best time in a relationship? Hey, y'all better not end up in the doghouse with this one. What's the best time? They always call it what's that one stage in a relationship where everything's all good?
Yeah.
Everybody, oh my God, I got the butterflies. I loved it in her. She can do no wrong. What?
The honeymoon phase?
When is that?
Like in the beginning of the relationship.
See, you married cats, y'all were smart. Y'all let him say it. If you said that and you're currently in a situation, you're really be like, wait, so it ain't good now?
Like,
y'all set the young gun up.
Boomerang
Smart though.
Boomerang techniques. You see, so for those of you that are in a relationship right now, and that's something that your wife would do,
wait,
that was a red flag.
What are you doing? No, you're not supposed to say that. You're not. He already answered. Nobody married should say the honeymoon stage is the best part. Because I'm gonna show you something. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lie, right? That's not the best part. That's what you were sold on, that's supposed to be the best part. It's only the best part because you guys are looking at the wrong things. And you're not really dealing with nothing real except for your feelings and your emotions. I loved it in her. She think I'm handsome. She cute in them jeans. And so that's all that matters. That's it. But nothing real is happening. So y'all are just on that honeymoon stage, but bro, that's the worst part of a relationship because it's fake. And a lot of people fake it in that part of their relationship. And then after the honeymoon, she lets her hair out, he lets his belly out, so to speak, right? Meaning everyone gets comfortable, and then what? Damn, I got an issue with the way you snore. I got an issue with your smelly feet. I got an issue with how you leave this in the bathroom. You got your damn drawers hanging from the ceiling. You got this going on. You got this. Everybody's mad at what they overlooked or what the other person hid.
They draw with the ceiling fan?
Yeah, you draw them on the ceiling fan.
Put them on the ceiling fan and turn it off?
Yeah, it's crazy. Right?
That's the visual you put in my mind when you said that.
So the honeymoon phase ain't it. It's supposed to be the longer the relationship goes, the time that you're in is the best time because you're making it through all the BS and you're in a good space, right? So, everything that's going on can be a pressure situation for this woman, her home. Now, obviously, if she's not married, she don't really have a home, right? But how she handles pressure and how she deals with these things is going to go for the future her. How she manages her time when she's not married. It's like with brothers. We always tell brothers that ain't married, hey, study now. Get all the book in that you can. Now, why? Because when you get the rib, when you get the kids, you can't sit there talking about, oh, I didn't have time to study, I didn't know. Get it all in now. Saturate yourself in the book now. That way when you have these people around you, you have something to dispense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing with this type of woman where you're looking at what she's doing now, and yeah, some things can be minorly tweaked and corrected, But you're looking to see, man, is this gonna have negative implications going forward 10 years? What does that look like? What does her lack of time management look like? What is her lack of industry? Her laziness, her this, her that. What does that all look like 10 years from now? What does stress look like? What does it look like if she has to work, take care of some kids, and I'm on her back nagging her about things? What does that look like for her? Does she fold? Does she break? Does she give in? You know what? I gotta go chase my own happiness. I'm done with this. She abandoned you and the kids. Because that's what's happening with women these days. That's what you're up against. That's what you're up against. All you young cats out there, that's what y'all are up against. Y'all are up against women that will destroy their homes to go chase happiness because the duty of being a wife was never instilled in them. They thought that just because somebody said, hey, I want you to be a wife, that they fit the bill. And then once they're in that pressure cooker of life, what's happening? They get ate up by the trials. They get ate up by the fire, right? So what are we looking at as far as when the house, the domestic setting is, the stage is set? What are we looking at when it comes to pressure and just the duties and the expectations of a wife? But what are we looking at to see if a person can meet these expectations? Well, it's real simple. You're looking for something very, very key to know, wait a minute, will she even be willing to fulfill these duties? Because what if she don't know what the duties are and you gotta tell her? You gotta teach her. Doesn't there have to be some key spiritual things there for her to be able to accept? Hey, you're doing this wrong. Hey, I don't like my clothing washed that way. Next time, blah, 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 blah. I don't like, hey, you know what, babe, the water for the food, it was tawab, it was good, but can you add a little bit extra salt next time? Or can you add a little bit more pepper next time? Now she could say, come on, babe, you know what? I got you. Or she could do like Jack Nicklaus in anger management. I said over easy.
Throw it against the wall.
Remember throw the plate against the wall? Yeah, I remember anger management, right? Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Jack Nicklaus, right?
Is it Nicholas or Nicholas?
Yeah, either way, it's Jack, right? Jacko. That man threw that plate because the eggs wasn't done right.
Mm-hmm.
But she's the psycho. She's crashing out because you're giving her correction, because you're fine-tuning the way she does something, because you're giving critiques and criticism. So what are we looking for in this woman before we even make her a wife? It's two things. Well, it's one thing. What one thing do you think, just in this scenario that I'm painting, I gotta offer you correction, or I gotta offer you constructive criticism on how I like something that you're doing towards me?
Mm-hmm.
What does she need to have? It ain't water. What?
It ain't water.
It ain't this Canada Dry I'm drinking. What does she have to have? Wait, before you answer. Sisters in the chat, what? I'm giving you correction on something that you're doing towards me. Not in a bad way, I'm not rebuking you sharply. Hey, babe, I like that meal. Next time you make that, can you just tone down the salt? It's a little salty. Hey, babe, man, you know, hey, I like that shirt. Next time for me, do the same, you know, you can do something like that, but just don't do that big old logo that I don't like. What does she have to be able to accept what you're saying?
Wow, I'm thinking about humility.
Sister.
Humility?
Everybody's saying it. Y'all all, okay. Humility. Why? Okay, watch this. Why humility?
I would say because you have to humble yourself to listen
She listened. She listened, you took it in, cool. But nigga, I didn't put that much salt. She was humble enough to listen, but then she went right at you. What? You don't like what I sold? See, this is why I don't be doing nothing for nobody.
Huh?
See? See? Then you can just never be satisfied. You always got something to say. Damn. What the? Ugh. I was just saying because you put my blood pressure is
Right.
just trying to make sure I stay healthy.
Oh man, there was this
Yeah, go ahead.
time.
Read. You about to?
Yeah, I'm about to speak on a man that's passed away. But anyways, my dad's wife. I went over to their house. Pops was like, "Hey, look, there was some leftovers. You want some? It was some good food." I was like, "Yeah, cool." I was like, "I'm not hungry right now." He's like, "Look, take something to go." Took it to go. Went home. I ate it. It was tasty, but right after I ate it, my head started banging. And I was like, man, I feel like it got my blood pressure up or something. Like, I don't even have high blood pressure. So I told Bob, I was like, hey, let your wife know, to cook you some more healthier food because I feel like that food got my blood pressure up, and I know you got high blood pressure.
That salt content is crazy.
Yeah.
But it was tasty, so it wasn't too salty, but it was.
Right. And little did I know, I was on speakerphone.
Oh. There go Pops. Pops strikes again.
I was on speakerphone.
You gotta love those people.
Right.
Good.
And I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't trip out. I was like, yeah, your wife is wicked off and out the spirit.
Cook that ass cook.
Right. Trash
Call
cook.
Gordon Ramsay.
Right. I didn't say nothing bad.
Get out! Right? You did this. Yo, donkey, you did this Gordon Ramsay.
I didn't do that to her.
That's what she acted like, though. I guarantee it.
Yes, that is what she acted like. So next time I pull up to the house, she's going in. Like, look, and it wasn't even in front of my pops. It was one of those, oh, I caught you by yourself.
Oh, yeah. And you pull it up, hey, such and such, and she like, nigga got him.
Yeah, exactly. And she goes in like, well, you know what? I studied being a dietitian, and I know what a diabetic can eat. I know what someone that has high blood pressure can eat, and I could buy food with certain types of seasoning. So for you to be able to say something like that, and I'm like, sis, look, I'm just giving my opinion. I didn't say nothing bad about the food. I just said
she had to back against the gate like this.
Oh yeah, in the corner.
She had to in the corner like Leo, just busting them ribs up.
I mean, the corner like I'm Rocky.
Yeah, just beating up that abdomen.
Bruh, so, and she couldn't just take what I was saying, and then.
Why though? What did she lack, y'all? It's not humility. It's not a willing mind. You know why? Or a confident mind, because she kept cooking for his dad. He didn't stop. He didn't starve between the time.
No.
It's not that. It's meekness. Why is meekness important in being able to critique someone or to give them correction? Because correction to some people is injurious. It's a poke at their little whack, nasty egos and that little pride demon they be having on them.
Yep.
So a woman, your potential betrothal, your beloved, your esposa, she would have to be a woman of meekness. Why? What's the opposite of meekness? What if there's no meekness, what comes? Let's see if y'all are thinking. And some brothers deal with this spirit in their house on a high level. Contention. If there's no meekness, everything becomes a contention. You say blue, she say violet. You say tomato, she say tomato. You say this, she say this. You can never ever offer a criticism without there being some type of response negatively back that doesn't even need to be a response. Pillar one, the spirit of meekness over contention. This is what you're looking for. Is she a contentious woman or is she a meek woman? Can she take the criticism and just keep it rolling and not feel like you were personally trying to take digs at her?
Right.
Because the damn food, listen, there was a time, I ain't gonna say who it was, but there was a time that a sister had cooked. I live with the sister. I ain't gonna say which one. And you know when you cook something like soup, and you know when you put so much salt, it burns your tongue?
Yes.
Like the salt
Like
is
it
like
melts your
spice.
tongue.
It don't
makes
know.
it
You
tingle.
hit it and you're like, oh my God, it make your teeth chatter. Yeah, it was like, sis. It's like,
It's not a sprinkle. It's a pour.
no, it's not a sprinkle, it's a pour.
Yeah.
And this wasn't recently, so I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. But I've lived with multiple husbands and wives in the camp, so nobody's gonna know who it is. But when it was brought to the attention, there was a contentious spirit behind or after the correction was given, and it was salty. It was salty to her. She remembers it. If I remember it, she's shaking her head like, yeah, that shit was salty. We couldn't eat it. We starved that night. Forced fast. And it's like, okay, yeah, you cooked something and it was a little salty, but hey, we're just letting you know it's too salty.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't palatable. Like, nobody can eat this and live. Right? But then it was like, oh, okay, so y'all criticizing my food? Watch this. Ain't nobody gonna be happy up in here. Yeah, anyway. So, you need meekness to overrule contention, or else there's no correction that can be given. There's no criticism that can be heard. There's no critique that this person will receive. And a young wife, she's gonna be critiqued. If it ain't by her husband, it's gonna be by her peers. And if it ain't by her peers, it's gonna be by us. And if it ain't by us, it's gonna be by the Most High. So either way, there's a constant critique that we all have to suffer through to grow. And if there's no critique and the receiving of, there's no growth. So you're gonna have a stagnant wife. So guess what? Don't get married. Don't marry that one. Go to Proverbs 21:19.
Don't marry the stagnant wife.
She's already stagnant. She's just capping because why? You think she's beautiful. She's too beautiful to be stagnant. She's too dope in that dress to be stagnant. No, she's gonna be stagnant based off of her spirit. What?
What was the first pillar?
The spirit of meekness over contention. Proverbs 21:19.
The book of Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
It is better to dwell in the wilderness
Right?
than with a contentious and angry woman.
See that? It's better to be in the wild with the wild beasts than with this wild ass woman. Why? Because where does her contention stem from? You offering criticism. You giving wisdom in situations that wisdom needs to be injected into. Well, I'm gonna fight about that. I'm gonna contend with you on that. Well, I got an opinion too. Kind. But right now, we ain't dealing with that. We dealing with what you're doing. Well, what about what you always do? Huh?
Boomerang.
Yeah, it's the
Uno
it's the
reverse.
Uno reverse card of I'm gonna throw back at you what you're throwing at me. But how can the student throw anything at the teacher? So why is meekness important? Because if she's not understanding that she's a student, she's your pupil as a wife, because she is, she's supposed to be learning how to be the helpmate towards you, right? That's why it's important, even, it's hard, like men that raise little girls, you know why it's tricky? Because that little girl, and I'm talking about just men solely that raise little girls, is tricky because that girl is now, that daughter is now catered. If he's not careful, she's catered to being at service for him. And then when a man comes along to marry her, she has to revamp how that man wants everything, right? So it's a tricky situation where, as a man raising a daughter, you teach her how to be, be that wife, be that sister, but you try to keep things more general and not super tailored towards you, because the man that she's with, she's gonna have to tailor her approach towards him. He's gonna want things tailored. I like my eggs this way. I like my shirts this way. I like my coffee made this way. Don't put sugar in my stuff. Don't cook that like that. I don't like that. Nah, I don't even like that. But my dad like, I ain't your daddy. I don't like that. So a lot of the teachings is gonna be you reforming her from just certain little small things that she's used to doing. And it's not that big of a deal, right? Well, hey sis, all my friends' shirts with the DTFs on them, don't dry those. But, no, just don't dry them. Cold water, don't dry them. What did I tell you the other day? Yesterday, cold water and don't dry. Brothers wonder why the shirts last so long. Ain't no cracks in my shirts, ain't nothing peeling. Cold water, hang dry. Well, you know what? I don't care what he said. I'm gonna do hot water. What does heat do to the damn heat press? And then what does more heat do to the heat? Well, I'm gonna just put it on low heat. No!
No heat.
And then you come trying to put your shirt on and everything look crazy. But then she's so contentious, she don't want to make you a new shirt. Because when you ask, hey, can you make me a new shirt with red fringes? But I want to do black fringes. But I want red fringes. Everything I got black. See, you don't like nothing that I do. That's why I don't even ask for your opinion. See, it's better to dwell with the beasts of the field than to get entangled with this type of woman. Why? Because you're getting nowhere. Go ahead. Read it again, and somebody else get Proverbs 26 and 21. Elijah, you're up. Read.
It is better to dwell in the wilderness,
Right,
than with a contentious and angry woman.
why? Read Proverbs 26 and 21.
Proverbs 26 or 21.
Go ahead.
As coals are to burning coals,
Go ahead.
and wood to fire,
Come on.
so is a contentious man to kindle strife.
Yeah, because no matter what, everything kindles her anger. Everything kindles strife. Every little talking point becomes this blown out of proportion deal where she's misunderstood. Nobody likes her. It just transitions to all these different crazy ass, made up, fighting within yourself talking points. The sister just fights with herself. And it comes off as damn psychotic, don't it? Don't answer that. It comes off as psychotic and damn borderline schizophrenic with a little bit of personality disorder in there. It's wild. Because you be sitting there like, wait a minute, how did we get here? I said two things, and all of a sudden now we in some knockdown fist fight. Not physically, but we in a mental fight. We in a battle for wills. We're in a battle for superiority. Why do I gotta battle my wife for superiority? In anything. Well, because there's a lack of meekness to know, okay, let me shut this down. Because meekness, humility, all the things you guys said are correct, but you can't have one without the other. Right? Because you can humble down and listen, doesn't mean you being meek. Not to respond. That's where meekness comes in. To not respond as if you've been injured. To not respond as if somebody's personally attacking you. That's where meekness comes in. And a lot of the times, what brothers be dealing with, is that spirit of lack of meekness. Where you're offering wisdom, it may not be the most prolific, it may not be delivered the most, white glove, but you're still trying to offer that wisdom and inject that into a situation, and it's rejected, not because of humility, because I'm taking it personal that you're even correcting me. I feel my way is better. So it's a lack of both. What is meekness? Enduring injury without resentment. Right? Being able to be told something, being able to be corrected and not resent the person in front of you. Not looking at the person in front of you like, well, you wicked too. You ain't God. Right? And then still being able to have a heart towards that person, like Moses. When everybody wanted to stone him, and the Most High said, move out the way, let me just kill them all. He said, remember what you said you was going to do for the people. Don't do that. It ain't going to be a good look. When the Most High damn turned Miriam into a snowflake, into a snow bunny for a sec, Moses was like, listen, don't kill her. Most High said, well, damn, even if her dad spat in her face, wouldn't she be set apart 7 days? Wouldn't she be an outcast for 7 days? Let her sit out the camp. Let her at least be a sign. But Moses pled for her. And she was talking crazy. He didn't allow what they were saying to injure his ego or to bring him to a place where now it's personal. He just took it and rolled with it. Let the Most High handle it. Let the Most High exonerate him. So that's what you're looking for from this type of woman. First and foremost is, does she allow place for the Spirit to interject on her behalf? Like a Susanna. She would be the high level of meekness. They was accusing her of all types of egregious crimes that she didn't do, and she just sat back and let them do it. And then what? Most High exonerated her from those crimes. He gave her the white stone. Found her not guilty. But she had to allow that to happen. Her meekness is what brought that on. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with the history of Susanna, go read the story. It's only a few verses. You know what I mean? Read 21 again.
Verses 26 to 21. As coals are to burning coals,
Go ahead.
and wood to fire,
Come on.
so is a contentious man to kindle strife.
So what does it mean? Like, this person is like wood to fire because of their contempt. Come on. What medication ain't giving those disclaimers? So yeah, medication can definitely take a person out of their correct mind and put them in a different mind where contention and these different things are happening in their spirit. That's why, as much as you can, if you can try to switch up certain things in your health, some things are avoidable. You don't have to be on high blood pressure medicine. Just stop doing the things that give you high blood pressure. That's just an example. But if you really need the medication, and that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do. But yes, those are factors. Those are factors. What's the difference between humility and meekness? Well, we could go through the definition, but they are different, right? Somebody get the definition of humility. See, meekness has to do with how you take something and internalize it, right? How you personalize things. So, again, I can be humble enough to hear the correction. I can humble down and shut my mouth, because that's what humble down. Be humble, meaning what? Hey, don't go this way. Be humble and listen. But I still have to be meek enough not to respond. That's the point. I have to be meek enough to not respond as if I'm being personally attacked. So, what you got?
I got humility, the quality of having a modest, accurate estimate of your own importance while focusing on the needs and value of others.
Right. So it's different, because humility is about oneself, not looking at yourself in a high spirit, in a haughty spirit or a haughty outlook. So one is about your outward, one is about your inward. How you internalize information that's coming from someone and how you look at yourself, that's the difference. What? What you
I
have?
have something else. It
Yeah,
says,
no sound. Huh? Nah, we good. Yeah. Turn your thing up. There's sound.
Or close the YouTube and reopen it.
Yeah.
I put in humility. It said humility and meekness are close inner virtues. Humility is how you view yourself before God and others. And it says meekness is the power under control. And then it says neither means being weak or acting like a doormat.
Because that's what meekness is. It's being controlled. It's like, did Moses have the power to take matters into his own hands when it came to, like, Aaron, Miriam, the man that was collecting sticks? Didn't he have the power to take matters into his own hands? Yeah, right? He could have did whatever he felt was necessary, but in meekness, what did he do? He consulted the Most High. His power was controlled. He understood because he had meekness and humility, right? That's one side of meekness. But it's also the other side where, again, I'm giving you correction, and you're taking it personal because I'm correcting something that you hold dear to you, right? You know what, sis? I'm glad you got the dress on, but it might be a little bit too tight. See, but why you always gotta criticize me? No, I'm not criticizing you. I'm criticizing the dress. I'm letting you know that it's a nice dress. I like the patterns and the little fluffy things on it, but it might be a little bit too, it might not be modest enough. See, this is why I'm about to start wearing pants. That's a lack of meekness. You just go to the extreme because you feel like someone's injuring your pride. Someone's attacking you. It's not an attack, right? Go to Proverbs 27 and 15. Go ahead. Oh, and pause for a minute. Okay, yeah. Next time, you know what you gotta do? Put it on airplane mode.
Oh.
Is it connected to the thing?
Yeah.
To the internet?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's why.
A call that came through.
I'm not able to get it.
You said what?
A call that came through. and it paused it.
Oh, what else calling you right now? Bro, go ahead. Jesus, bro.
Parsha 27, verse 15.
Oh, I know who calling you. Yeah, read.
A continual dropping.
Hey, what?
A continual dropping.
Go ahead.
In a very rainy day.
Right.
And a contentious woman.
Right.
Are alike.
Or what?
Are alike.
Right, a continual dropping on a very rainy day. And a contentious, it's annoying. But it's a never ending. It's like that leak that's in your roof. Because that's what he's likening it to. This leak in your roof that you can never, dang. Like that leak in your living room, you can never get away when it rains. And you're like, damn, I thought I fixed it. And you went to the roof and you sprayed and you put the seal in and you did all that work. And then it rains and it's like, doop, doop, doop. And you're like, God damn, this is the 5th time I thought I fixed it. He's
Good call.
Wow.
It's an annoyance. It's an annoyance after a while. You're like, dang, bro. Watch this. Read verse 16.
Whosoever hideth her hideth the wind.
Whosoever hideth her hideth the wind. It's almost like we're trying to hold her back from her contention. It's like trying to grab at the wind. Can you grab the wind?
No, it's impossible.
It's impossible. Watch this. Read.
And the anointment of his right hand, which bewrayeth itself.
Right. It's like trying to grab oil in your fist and hold it. It just leaked through your hand. Because she's so contentious. She's so strong in her contention and in her contentious spirit. That anger is so built up. Trying to hold her back or hold her in place or control her, it's impossible. Because everything now becomes this over-examination to be contentious. Everything's a problem. Why'd you go there? Why'd you do it like that? How come you took so long to get home? How come, how come you did your hair in that style? Why'd you wear that cologne? Why'd you put that oil on? Why you got them drawers on? Who you about to go see? What? Why you got drawers on? Why you wearing no socks? How come you're doing this? How come you're doing that? And it's not to gain a wisdom or an understanding about you. It's to pick a damn fight. Who the hell wants that? That's where a lot of relationships break down. Where the meekness, where the ability to just take the correction and roll. Because after a while, just like that continual dropping, that continual correction and then rejection becomes, bruh, this is annoying. It becomes, what the hell are we doing? It becomes, you know what, maybe we need a 6-month separation. It becomes maybe, you know what, we need to go sit in front of the brothers and have a council. Council number 17. Council number 80. Maybe we need to just consider dissolving this thing. So how do you prevent having to go through what a lot of brothers have been through? You checking to see, man, if I tell her something about herself and just giving her a wisdom, not trying to tear her down, your breath stinking, you're ugly. No. No. You're not doing that. But hey, sis, I like that dress, but you know what? It might be a little bit too tight. It might be time to get that one up because I see the panty lines just poking out. Or you know what? I was noticing that when you wear that one dress, I like it, but it's a little too form-fitting, or it's cut a little bit too low in the bosom. It's too much bosom. Those is my titties. And like what? Hold on. Wait, we're not arguing about that.
Right.
We arguing about your stuff being shown to everybody else. And that it's not modest. See, you Israelite men, y'all got so many stipulations. Well, you wear a wife beater that shows your arms. There's always some whack crap like that. It's like correction for correction. But who wants to live a life like that? Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. You do not want to be in a relationship where you're giving correction and you're getting corrected in the meantime, in the middle of it. You do not want a relationship where you're giving your wife correction and she's bringing up some shit from 3 years ago that you might have didn't do. She's just pulling the ace. Keep that in your back pocket, man. She's pulling the ace out the pocket on you. You don't, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Yo, it's gonna drive you insane. You're gonna wish, like, why did I even marry this woman? Why did I get with this chick? What are we doing? Because now it's a question of who's the leader, right? It's a question of order and structure. There's a time for a man to be corrected, yes, right? There's a time in a relationship where the man can get his correction. But does that necessarily happen? Is it supposed to happen when, because you want to avoid your hit, you're going to tell me about myself? Women are y'all are very good at that. And you shouldn't teach your daughters that example. That's why it's important if your husband is correcting you and he's doing it, not because watch this, if you're being corrected in front by your husband and the children are around, it's important to just roll with it and then deal with it off camera. Come on, sir, I do it like that. But if you show your daughters that it's okay to go back and forth with your husband, then when he tells your daughter something, what's going to happen? You're going to get the fire smacked out of her. He can't smack the fire out of you, but he can smack the fire out of his daughter. Because who the hell are you talking back to? I'm telling you to do something. Why are you giving me lip? But then you train this young girl that it's okay to go back and forth with men. And then she becomes what? Masculine. She becomes a man. It's a masculine spirit to contend back and forth. It's masculine. And it makes a lot of women go from here to here. Because not only does it affect you spiritually, but it also puts this weight. Again, remember we talked about like the raccoon eyes, the black eyes, you start losing your hair, you start gaining weight, you start just looking beat down by the situation because you're trying to take something that don't belong to you. Trying to tell y'all need to listen. Read? No, that's it. And so what is that verse 16 saying? She's subtle as the wind and slippery like oil. She's a slippery one. What is making her? She slips out of the correction. Again, Uno reverse card, draw 4. You know what Uno when it's like, draw 2, and the other person's like, draw 4. You're like, damn. And if you ain't got to draw something, you stuck picking up all the cards. That's how sisters be doing it. You hit her with a draw 2, she hit you with a draw 4, and you looking stuck like, well, if I keep going back and forth with this sister, it's not going to be a good look. But then what has she got in her pocket? Draw 2, draw 2. She got them in all different colors. She got a couple of reds, a couple of yellows. She got the draw 4. She got the wild card. She ready. Where meekness says, I know I can pull these cards. I know I can pull your card, husband. But you know what? It's not about me winning. Because the Most High is looking. It's not about how many of your cards I can pull. It's about me taking what you're telling me, internalizing it, and then using it for my benefit. This is the type of woman you're looking for. Can you teach her? Because a woman like this can't be taught. A contentious woman ain't teachable. You're going to spend all your time trying to fight her contentions until you can even get the word in her. Proverbs 19 and 13. Notice that I'm sitting on this topic very heavily. We settling into this. This is the most scriptures y'all got on the point for the whole 3 classes.
It is.
It's the most scriptures y'all got for any point. Because this is a heavy, heavy demon. It's a heavy demon. And if the kids pick it up, oh my God. Imagine you in the house with a rib and 2 daughters. And they pick up mom's spirit. You dealing with 3 contentious women. And then you start going at them and she's contending. Why are you dealing with them like that? To try to get that demon off them. Man. What demon? Ain't no demons on me. And her voice sound like a chain smoker. Ain't no demons on me.
Sound like those twins from The Simpsons?
Yeah. Sound like Marge's sister. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't no
Marge.
demons on us. Our voices are just natural like this. Now it sound like Bart, what's his name, Bird?
Yeah, it sounds like Merv.
Whatever his name is. Go to Proverbs, man. Go to Proverbs. Proverbs 19 and 13. Read.
Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 13.
Come on.
A foolish son is a calamity of his father,
Go ahead.
and the contentions of a wife are a continual dropping.
Yeah, the contentions of a wife are a continual dropping. It's that annoyance. Now, notice that it didn't say the speech of a wife in wisdom. The wife asking for edification. The wife asking for correct. No, it said the contentions of a wife. Because it's not just that I'm trying to learn something from you. It's that I'm trying to fight what you're teaching me. I'm trying to break down the walls of what you're trying to build up. When one build and another break down, what do they have? Nothing but labor. That's what the scriptures say. And so you sitting back like, yeah, after all these years, we didn't build nothing. Because while I was stacking bricks, I'm stacking bricks here, she over there knocking down the wall with a sledgehammer. I can't stack bricks fast enough because her contentions. Read 14.
House and riches are the inheritance of fathers,
House and riches are the inheritance of fathers. Go ahead.
and a prudent wife.
And a what?
A prudent wife.
A what?
A prudent wife.
Go ahead.
is from the Lord.
Right, so it's giving you that contrast. This contentious woman is an annoyance and get her away. But a prudent wife, hey, bring her close. Hey, babe, because the Most High. But where does her contentions come from? Proverbs 13 and 10. Proverbs 13 and 10.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 10.
Come on.
Only by pride.
Only by what?
Only by pride.
What is this woman rooted in? Only by what?
By pride.
You can't tell her nothing because what?
Pride.
She don't want to hear nothing because what?
Pride.
She can't be told because what?
Pride.
She's pointing the finger at you because what?
Pride.
She Uno reverse card you because what?
Pride.
Read.
Cometh contention.
Come on.
But with the well advised.
See, that's how you know if a woman is well advised. See how I did that?
Done.
You see how I ain't trying to toot my own horn. But dude, do y'all understand what's happening here? You want to know a woman if she's well advised? Look at her level of meekness. Look at how she fights every point. Look at how catty she's catty as hell. She's feisty. And some men think that's cute. Like, I like her feisty. Yeah, until she get feisty with you, and you call it, Shalom Akim. She's just so disrespectful. You like them.
What you think?
You like them catty. And yeah, what did you think was gonna happen? You gotta tame the cat. She's a beast. This is the point that I'm trying to articulate. And I know we being funny and animated. The point is, where would her advice come from? If you recollect the last two classes, go to the first class. Where does her advice come from? Anybody? Do y'all remember? What?
Was it her friends that are not married?
No. No. See, what her advice would come from. Her advice would come from another source of wisdom. That's how she would get wisdom. She would have a source of wisdom. Remember in the first class I was showing about, you want to know who she associates with, who she puts herself around. A godly woman don't put herself in a situation to be around negative people. Y'all remember? Right. So the first thing you're seeing is, wait a minute, how well advised is this woman in these matters? And if she's not, then you have a lot of work to do. Because a 20-year-old contentious woman got to get her ass whooped in the streets to stop being contentious. And I don't mean physically an ass whooping. Usually those chicks that are super contentious, got the fingernails and always doing that with the nails and neck popping, they go through like 7 baby daddies. They get kicked on and off of welfare in Section 8 a few times, right? They got a lot of dudes running through them. And then when they hit like 35, they like, you know what? I get it now. You got 100 bodies, 7 kids, homeless, and now you get it. I missed a few things. There's probably a few jail stints, a couple of STDs thrown in there, a little burning.
No.
Yeah. Because they got to learn this hard-ass lesson. Because why? There was nobody ever there to advise them in wisdom. So now they got to go through the life lessons of what contention brings. What does contention bring? More contention. Like coals to a coal. What?
Or she just, because that pride was so heavy, it's not that there wasn't someone that didn't advise her. It's just that she didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to hear it. And I seen everything that you're saying right now. I seen it in the visuals. And this girl in particular that I have in mind, she ended up, like you said, she was homeless, living in her car, and I ran across a few homeless women.
Yeah.
But this one, she was homeless, living in her car. Then she got humbled to an extent, and then she got with this guy that she met at the bar. The guy, he wasn't her style, because her style before was tall, strong, built, back-breaking strength, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And now this guy is short, chubby, Issachar. And she settled down with him. Well, then what I started noticing as she got comfortable, she went right back to all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she's doing it, but still with him.
Yeah. Yep.
So I seen that, and then it's only fair that the Most High would put someone around in these people's lives to give them some type of wisdom. It's just that they're not willing to hear it.
So they gotta go through the gauntlet of life,
Come,
right? The way of a transgressor is hard.
come.
And then so what happens to you young bucks, what happens is you like setting up your spirit, you setting up your mind, and then this woman comes along, broken and battered, and then what do you gotta do? You feel like you gotta take care of that, and you don't. Her and her 18 kids. You don't. Right? Just go find a woman that is gonna deal appropriately without all the battle scars. Because then now you gotta reconcile her wounds. You don't have to do all that. Right? What you're looking for is from where has this woman been instructed in life? Right? Does she have proper people around her? Now, we get it. Not everybody does. Listen, you'll be surprised. Even inside the truth, you got men that do not instruct their daughters and their children the proper way. And their kids move a certain way. And then you got men that do instruct their children and their kids still move a certain way. So what are you looking for? You're not looking for the parent, so to speak. You're looking for what this woman has grasped by way of learning from her parents. Did she hold on to the wisdom parts? Or did she disregard it and let the streets teach her? That's all I'm saying. And that's what the scriptures are saying. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention.
Right, because a contentious woman is argumentative, quarrelsome, perpetually primed to have friction against what you're saying. Right? And what's her greatest weapon? What's her greatest weapon? This is how you know what type of woman you got. What's her greatest weapon? Her mouth. That damn mouthpiece. Meaning, she can weaponize her tongue and literally beat you down with her words and make you feel like you're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go in, again, you go and you try to correct something and the whole narrative is spit back on you, and you're like, damn, why did I even bring this to you? And then what happens next time? Next time there's time for correction, what you do? You're contemplating. You're counting the cost. I gotta fight I gotta choose my battles with this one. You know what? Yeah, you know, it's like, man, you know what? Nah, it ain't that big of a deal. But she's walking through the streets in pom-pom shorts. What you mean it ain't a big of a deal? Yeah, she got everything out. What you mean it's not a big of a deal? But if you tell her she got everything out, what's she gonna do? She gonna make you look crazy because of her mouth, right? So all I'm saying is, I know I'm being dramatic, but I'm not, because, come on. I'm not being dramatic. All you gotta do is turn on YouTube, turn on TikTok, and you got women browbeating men because they were taught to do that. They're 20 years old, 15 years old, browbeating men. They do it to their brothers. They do it to their mothers, significant others. They even do it. I've even seen some women do it to their own fathers. So, what am I looking for as a young man looking for a woman? How well instructed is she? Her pride level, her level of humility, her level of meekness. How high are those, and where was she instructed? Where does the instruction come from? Now, this is the sad part. A lot of our people, they're not going to be instructed the way you're instructed, the way brothers are being instructed today. A lot of our people ain't getting that instruction, right? But can you still find a good woman that was taught, you know what, this is how you agree with a man. There's a way that women are taught to be with a man. Meaning, if a father is in the home, he's supposed to be teaching his daughter the proper way how a woman should be around a man. There's a proper way. So he don't got his daughter walking through the house in her skivvies. Because that's crazy work to me. Right? Why would you want to see your daughter and her, like, why you wanna see her skin? I don't wanna see that. Go put some damn clothes on. But what is that gonna instill in her? Well, that's something that was taught, right? So now she's not gonna, when you got brothers around, walking through the house in her skivvies, or in front of your children, half-ass butt naked. Mommy, what's that? Huh? Hey, get out of here.
Might as well go to the hotel.
Oh, right. All I'm saying is you're looking for the instruction early, and you're just seeing where now, damn, okay, damn, she was instructed in that, dope. She knows how to do, she's good with this, she's good. Let me just add in. And she allows you to add instruction, because that's part of what you're looking for. Can I add wisdom to her learning, to her mind? Can I keep her going? Can I build her? Right? Can I add on to her what she's already coming with? And then some women and men ain't coming with a damn thing, and you got to build them from the ground up. But that's a whole feat, right? That's a whole reforming of a person, right? That's a whole different setup. I wouldn't advise that to no young bro trying to get into you're not here to, no. You would let that woman sit, learn for some years, and get built up by the congregation. Then you may endeavor. So there's different methods to this thing. I didn't even talk about using the body to test all these things. Again, you meet her, 2 weeks, that's my rib. But wait a minute, what about the congregation? How come they don't know her? How come you didn't put her ass in these seats and let the congregation help you figure her out? Because that's one of the easiest ways to do it, is let her sit down and learn all the different things she has to learn through being around the body, right? Being around the body and letting that teaching happening also with your teachings, and then you'll be able to knock out a few things at once. But brothers don't give themselves a chance. It's like, I'm gonna just go at it, and then she can learn later. And it's like, what are we doing? Right? So, the brother asked for a scripture, and it's funny because that was my next scripture, 1 Peter 3. So this is the counterbalance to the contention. What's the counterweight? That's right, the counterweight. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 4. Because there has to be a balance. You have all this contentiousness, right, that you're not looking for, but what are you looking for? So, read Proverbs 13 and 10 one more time for me. Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 10, one more time for me.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Only by pride cometh contention.
Go ahead.
But with the well advised is wisdom.
But with the well advised is wisdom. So this wise woman, read Peter's.
1 Peter chapter 3 verse 4.
Go ahead.
But let it be the hidden man of the heart.
See, you're not looking, because meekness, you can't necessarily just see that, but you can see pride. You can see contention coming a mile away. So this woman that you're looking for, she's in a cloak, right? She's moving in those hidden arenas, that spiritual realm. Go ahead.
And that which is not corruptible.
That which is not corruptible. Go ahead.
Even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
What is the ornament?
Of a meek and quiet spirit.
Right. When you put I hate to use this reference, but an ornament on something, what doesn't that beautify? Yeah. So that's what's making her beautiful. It's the meek and quiet spirit. Go ahead.
Which is in the sight of God of great price.
Wait, in the sight of who?
Of God.
So who is her reverence towards?
Of God.
Her reverence is towards the Most High. She don't care what everybody else see by way of flash. She's like, nah, I'm gonna move in meekness. Somebody help her out. I'm gonna move in meekness because the Most High sees you. I'm gonna let the meekness be the thing that gains the attention. The brother asked about Peter's 3:3. Read that real quick.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning.
Right, so it's talking about a woman that's in subject to her husband. Read Peter's, let's just read 3 and 1 real quick. Let's just read it from the bottom. Read it from the top.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Likewise, ye wives,
Right?
be in subjection to your own husband.
Right. Why is he saying likewise? Well, because 1 Peter's 2 and the chapters before chapter 3, or the verses, they start talking to the husband. So now he's coming back to the women. Likewise, like the husbands, wives, be subject to your husbands. Go ahead.
That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Right. So what is it saying? That a wife is supposed to obey her husband? If he's dealing in the word, she'll obey the word. If not, she'll be won by a different conversation. Go ahead.
While they be holding a chaste conversation.
Right. So the wives, the women, all the people around are beholding the chaste conversation. Go ahead.
Coupled with fear.
Coupled with what?
Fear.
Fear for the Most High. Go ahead.
Whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning.
See that? So this woman is not moving around haughty, prideful. Look at me. I got the new this bag. I got the new car. I got the new this. I got the. It's not about that for this woman. It's not about, oh, I can go toe to toe with my husband. I can go wit for wit. I'm as smart as him, so watch me. Let me display that. She ain't on that. She's on, what is the Most High see? What is really the thing that I'm being accounted for? Going back and forth with my husband and showing that I'm smarter than him, or more intellectual, or is it the hidden woman, the hidden man, that spiritual man? So that's what it's going into. I started at verse 1, Stephanos, because you got to start at verse 1 to understand verse 3. It's a whole idea that he's dropping about a certain type, just like what we teach in this class. Brothers should be looking for a certain type of woman. Paul is expressing such thing. The conversation of wives. I mean, what is the conversation of wives? If it's not the word, then it's just the conversation of wives does what? Or what is it? What would it be? It's gossip. That's it.
Like hens in a chicken coop.
Yeah. It's just gossip. That's all it's talking about. She's won over. If she obey not the word, she'll be won by the conversation of wives. She'll be overtaken by gossip and heresy. Excuse me. That's all it's saying, right? You know how women, if they're not talking about something godly, then what are they going to be on? Like I sent the brothers a video of this female podcast.
Ugh.
You had the woman on the podcast. This is a podcast that's recorded. She put her legs up in the air.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And put it on her genitals and then smelled it. And told everybody how bad her vag smelt.
Gone.
That's the conversation of wives.
That's crazy.
And none of them was wives, but it's just the damn nasty conversations. That chick was like, ooh, it stank. To her own self, it stank. It just hit you right in the face. Well, yeah, if you don't wash your ass, if you don't wash, talking about musty, nigga, nah. That thing got bacterial vaginosis. That's the conversation.
Something growing down there.
Yeah. So that's what it's saying. If they obey not the word, they'll be won over by another word. Right? So, we understand that. Go from there, go to James 1 and 20.
Come.
Damn, bro. That's wrong. Go to James 1 and 20.
James chapter 1 verse 20.
No, it's not counsel. It's not, could it be counsel from other churches? Well, it depends. Like, it's not saying that. It's just saying the conversation of wives. Right? Remember, if you go to Peter's, right? If you go to Peter's, this is instruction for wives towards their husbands husbands towards their wives. So I wouldn't say this has anything to do with another church, because if you go back to the point of this time frame, each church that was set up had some kind of it had people that weren't there for the right reason anyway. So it didn't have to be from another church. It could have been just people that were out of the spirit in that same church. The conversation of wives, right? Romans 3, right? What is it? Yeah, Romans? No, actually. Romans. Peter's. Damn. I'm looking with you. Right? I just want to show something real quick. It's Peter, First Peter, right? I don't know what Peter's is no more. I was that thing. First Peter 3, right? So, like this whole narrative starts at verse 18 of chapter 2. If I'm not mistaken, let me see here. Yeah, servants, being subjected to your own masters. Right? Yeah, it starts at chapter 2 and verse 18. He starts with the servant. 3 and 1, he starts with the wife. 3 and verse 7, he starts at the husband. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. So, he's talking about these different relationships, right? Servants, husbands, wives. Not necessarily this church or this church, but I mean, if a woman is coming from another space and she's not speaking the word, and that woman is being subject to that woman, she's going to be one to go by her conversation no matter where she's coming from. So I wouldn't put a place on it. It's just what they're doing. Hopefully that makes sense. Where we at?
James chapter 1 verse 20.
Go ahead.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
See, because contention brings wrath. See, because anger and contention bring wrath. So the wrath of man don't work the righteousness of God, but what does? Go ahead.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness,
Right.
and superfluity of naughtiness,
Go ahead.
and receive with meekness.
Do what?
Receive with meekness.
Remember we went over this scripture the other day. He said, receive with meekness. Go ahead.
The engrafted word.
The engrafted word. It has to be engrafted into you. It has to be placed in you. That's the point. Why is it important that this woman operates in this way? Because you're going to be putting words in her spirit. And we know the Bible, the word of the Most High is like a two-edged sword. And so some words are going to heal, and some words are going to cut deep to the marrow. And those ones that cut, she can't take it personal, like you're attacking her. She can't now hate the Most High because of the correction. She can't hate her husband. She can't start hating you. See, when the honeymoon phase is gone, that lying ass phase where you don't fart around her and you don't burp and she makes sure she brushes her teeth in the morning and she wake up with makeup on after a long night. She cooking every meal, all your favorites. Once that fake ass time is worn down and you got to get to the business, yeah, I like the meal, but I don't like the meal. Because that's what you're basically saying. I liked it, but it was things I didn't like about it. Change it. But, because you lied in the honeymoon stage. You ate that salty ass meal. You ate that salty ass food and acted like, you know what? She'll understand. I can tolerate it, or I'll just tell her later. No, you should have told her in the honeymoon stage. You should have set the stage. But because you lied, she lied, now what? Now you got to come back and correct her, and she's now she don't like you. Guess what wore off?
The dopamine.
Beauty is vain, favor is deceitful. Her favor towards you starts to wear down. You see what I'm doing here? I'm bringing y'all back to class 1. Her favor starts to wear down. I'm showing you how these things happen. So I kind of did this whole thing in reverse. But I'm showing you how her favor towards you starts to dissipate and disappear. Because it's about being able to be corrected. It's about being able to be guided. And once you start to do that, if a person don't really want to live that life, favor is out the door, beauty is out the door, nothing matters, I don't want to do this, it's too hard, my happiness is more important, and then you're going to be stuck. House dad. You're going to be single daddies. That's it. Or child support, because then she's just going to take the kids and go on put you on child support. That's what they taught to do. That's it. That's like the fate of a man.
Or you just live a life of bondage.
Which is?
Just
Live with her. Happy wife, happy life.
being, yeah, that, and being like a hob.
Being like a hob?
Mm-hmm.
Hell nah. You got a Jezebel?
Nah.
Most High said, Christ said he hate that spirit. That and the manipulation spirit. He said he ain't rocking with that. So, you don't want to have that spirit around. But the point is, you're supposed to be able to engraft the word into her, and she's supposed to understand that it's not personal. And in meekness, that's why he said, the wrath of man not worketh not the righteousness of God. Because wrath does what? It takes you out of a righteous standpoint, and it puts you in a contentious standpoint. Ecclesiastes 36:23. 36:23. Read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 36 verse 23.
Read.
And there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue.
Her what?
And comfort in her tongue.
Meekness and kindness in her tongue. Meekness. Meekness. Con, sir, I understand. You know what? I'll switch that up next time. Thank you for the water for telling me. That's it. It be just that simple. Right? It be that simple. Hey, babe, does this dress look good? Yeah, it's cool. Hey, babe. Hey, that's well, the way the light hits that is see-through. See, I can't wear nothing. Or, hey, babe, you know when I don't know if you know, but when the light hits that, you can see through it. Oh, you know what? Damn, let me go ahead and switch that up. I'm not trying to expose. I ain't trying to be see-through. Right? It's like, no one's trying to attack nobody personally, but why are you taking it personal? Because you're being corrected or being told that there's something that's out of place. It's because you have a high, exalted, inflated outlook, or that person, and that's what you're looking for. Where's her pride at? Is it too high? If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort, when she speaks, is she comforting to you? Does she comfort thou? Or does she add discomfort to you? She making this uncomfortable. God, wait, this doesn't have to go this way. You know, when you get into a conversation, you're like, damn, I wasn't even trying to take you here, but why did you have to go here? I was just, it makes you want to rethink all communication. And then she want to pull you to a counsel because you don't talk to her. And then when we get in counsel, it's like, all right, how come you ain't talking to her? Because every time I open my mouth, she got something to say. See, I don't be having nothing to say. He's always, it's like, well, sis.
Doing it right now.
Doing it right now.
Live.
Yeah. Oh, I love it when they do it in front of, like, when y'all just do it right to us. I love it.
Right in the council.
Live, I love it. Right in the council, I'd be like, so if you could do that to us, I can only imagine how you treat him at home.
Oh yeah, this is your best behavior right here?
This is your best behavior. I can imagine when you at home, what you just put his ass in the garage and lock him in there.
Damn.
Yelling at him through the door. Sit down! Shut up! You got a little slot in the door, you just throw his food.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. See, brothers ain't going through that physically, but they're going through stuff like that mentally.
Mentally. Time.
Ah!
Oh, you good?
It's bad. I know I'm just laughing because it's funny. Because you didn't have to go through that. You shouldn't have to go through that. Biblically, meekness is power under control. A wild stallion broken in a bit, right? They got the bit in their mouth. It says a meek and quiet spirit is not necessarily a woman who never speaks. Rather, it's a woman free from frantic, manipulative, rebellious, or hyper-defensive energy.
Dang.
Does she get hyper-defensive? Does she have to defend herself? Hey, Dad, how come you did that? No, I was just, hold on, I was just asking the question. I want to know why you did that, because I was getting ready to do that. Oh, I thought you was going to have something to say. Bro, stop being so hyper-defensive. Like, what the hell? Right? Stop being so frantic. Stop being so ready to justify. Like, is she ready to always just justify herself and everything? This is what you're looking for, because once you examine this in a person, you're like, I done dodged the bullet. Half my marital bliss has been preserved if I don't deal with a person like this, because it steals the marital bliss. It just makes you not want to be around a person when there's always this hyper-defensive, frantic cover-up. Always, I gotta defend myself. I'm asking you a question, you putting me on trial. What? I'm trying to figure something out for the well-being, and you trying to go somewhere else with it. Nobody wants to be in that. She does not need to win every argument to feel secure, and that's the hidden woman. But see, this frantic ass woman, she gotta win every argument. She gotta show her superiority. If a woman trying to show her superiority over you in anything, run. You heard me, run. If you're talking about how much more money she got than you, run. That's a masculine trait. She got a better car, run. That's a masculine thing to do. We peacock. Women ain't supposed to be peacocking. You know what I mean by peacocking? Yeah, women ain't supposed to show off their feathers. That's what men do. Right? We peacock. When a woman starts peacocking, she's a man. Run! Because all she's gonna do the whole relationship is try to measure herself against you. Not be a help, not be what she's intended to be, but it's gonna be competition. Remember the class I went over? Competition, it was called completion, not competition. Y'all remember that? Y'all don't remember that?
I remember that.
Go back to it. All these classes is lining up. They're all coming to a head.
On the same vein, and Shalom, President.
Shalom.
We see you. On the same vein, yeah, her trying to measure up or over you, but then there's another dynamic in the same vein, is if she looks at you, she physically feels and looks at you as though you're better, but she wants to pull you down to be beneath her.
Ew. That's the worst kind of woman.
Mm-hmm.
Crab in a barrel type chick. Because, I mean, so you mean it's like you trying to get healthy and she wants you to stay sick?
That type vibe.
She like the misery chick.
Oh,
Just break your legs to keep you in the bed.
That's crazy.
Dang.
That's nasty work.
You gonna pull out the sledgehammer?
Pull out the sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, she's pulling the sledgehammer.
Just keeping you sick to keep you around. Nah, I gotta go. Like, men got purposes and things to do. Not that women don't. But let me go do my thing. All I'm saying is, run. Run. She measuring herself. Like, how's she gonna pull out her thing and put it on the table?
It's prosthetic.
That's it.
Whoa.
Plastic.
Pull it out the back.
Yeah, back, out the back pocket. Like, here, see, look. Right. Bam! Like, wait, what are you doing, sis? That's a manly thing to do. But a lot of the times, you end up getting with these type of women, and they try to measure themselves against you. They're not trying to measure themselves to make sure they're walking with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to measure themselves so they can compass you. Remember, a woman shall compass a man. Right? Did it say that in Jeremiah? A woman shall compass a man. Right? That's their constant need So you're trying to look to avoid that, right? She does not need to win every argument to feel secure because her security is anchored in the Most High. Pillar 2. That was pillar 1. Yeah, we got 2 more pillars. We got pillar 2 and 3. These are gonna be easy, but they're still potent. But the pillar 2, loyalty, trustworthiness, and safe harbor. This is what you're looking for in this woman. You're looking for loyalty. You're looking for trustworthiness. Can I trust you? And are you fulfilling the role as a safety? Proverbs 31 and 11. Proverbs 31 and 11. Loyalty, trustworthiness, and safe harbor. Man, he said, man, you ain't lying. I hate being in a competitive relationship. That's the worst. Yeah, because there's no competition.
Yeah.
Your duty is your duty. My duty is my duty. The only thing we should be competing for is the love of the Lord. And there's enough of that to go around. What?
What's the other 2 again?
Loyalty, trustworthiness, and safe harbor. Proverbs 31 and verse 11.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 11. The heart of her husband will safely trust in her.
Go ahead.
So he shall have no need of spoil.
Yeah, so there has to be a trust there that the things that you're saying are going to lead up to your actions. Baby, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, well, I trust that. Spoil, you can look at spoil 2 ways. You can look at spoil in the matter of goods. He ain't worried about having goods. He ain't worried about having things because she got his back on that. And then you can look at spoil in another sense of spoil. His mind is spoiling. He's spoiling. He's breaking down in the worry of this woman saying but not doing. Because that breaks a man down. It spoils him. He's spoiled. Right? Spoiled milk, he goes bad. Why? Because you said you was going to be home. You said you had my back, but you ain't never home. It's always, or you said that you was going to be a good wife, but it's always contentious. That's spoiling me. Right? You say you was going to cook dinner, I get home, belly growling. Now I need to go find some spoils to eat. I could have been ate if you would have just told me you wasn't going to do it. Like, it's little things like that, right? Read verse 12.
Verse 12. She will do him
And
good.
it goes right back. If you want to deal with the spoil, it goes right back to where it says a wise woman bringeth an inheritance to her husband. That's what it says. So spoils. They don't need for nothing. She considereth the field and she purchased it, she buyeth it. She's a merchant ship. She's bringing spoils from afar. She sees that her merchandise is good, like it all goes in. So you can look at that. You can look at that 2 ways. His heart can be spoiled, but then he can also be in lack. Right? A man that is in need of things. Right? It can be. Listen, when you got to depend on somebody this is crazy. When you got to depend on a person, it can literally put a strain on your brain.
Yeah.
It can literally put you in a position where you ain't sleeping at night because you're like, man, I wonder if this person is gonna have my back in every situation that we're gonna go through. That's why a lot of situations. That's why, like I be telling, and I'm gonna say it to you, sisters. You need to shut up when you gotta do things like hold the house down for a moment or 2. Because we don't say nothing when we gotta do it. When we gotta pay all them bills, when every dollar that come out of our pocket go to the house, we don't say a damn thing about it. Guess what? We're literally predisposed to just handle stuff. Men are like literally predisposed to know. First thing that comes first when that money comes is what? Bills. I don't know how we know it, but we just know it. And y'all don't think like that. Because you think what? You think what we do. Oh, he got it. He's going to pay the bills. He's going to make sure that we have a place. But sometimes situations happen where that money change up. And then what you do? You criticize them? Oh yeah, I'm just used to you sitting around and doing nothing anyway. Or I'm used to this, or I'm used to that. Or, you know, you've been waking up later all of a sudden. Or you've been doing this, or you've been doing that. I've been holding. Wait, hold up. Are you really holding it down? You really just doing everything by yourself? Because nothing, if we're a couple in the same mind, we're not just doing things by ourselves. We're a couple. So what I'm going through, you're supposed to be going through, and vice versa. Right? So don't ever get into a mind that if your husband can't provide the way he was providing financially, that now that's your way now to throw shots or to ridicule, because the scriptures let us know that it's nothing all of a sudden for the Most High to change our estate and make a poor man rich. And so how you operate in all situations is very, very important, because the situation can just be tailored. But, my bad. The situation is exactly tailored to draw you out and to show you what you're about. That's what the situation is there for. So, hey, things change and it's not as comfortable. Well, guess what? And you start voicing your uncomfortability by way of ridicule and taking shots, you expose yourself. You expose what you're about. That you're willing for this person to uphold you in the time, but you're not willing to do the same thing. Because I be hearing the moanings and the groanings, sisters talking shit. But you came in with nothing. You literally had nothing when you came, and now you got everything. You had to look for work, unemployment, go through a stage in life where a husband had to do what? While you was on unemployment looking for a job. He had to hold you down, because that's what he agreed to do, right? Yeah. So I'm saying it as a warning. Be careful what mind state you let money put you in. Be careful what mind state you let these whack-ass bills put you in. Be careful of the stress level you take on, and expose yourself for really who you are. Because when it's your time, and you talking crazy and murmuring and throwing shots at your husband because his situation doesn't change, you're exposing to him and to the Most High what you're really about. And the Most High will move you out the house quick, just like that. And you have to go back to your mama and them, or your daddy and them, or uncle and them. It's that quick, man. So we just gotta be careful, because we don't do that. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to be able to look at the situation and say, damn, we going through it. Okay, things change. How do I allow my husband to safely trust in me? I ridicule him when he's down? Damn. Way to go, sis. I talk bad about him when the situation is bad and it's not favorable coming from his end. Oh, I gotta pay the bills for a few months? You should be happy you can pay the bills for a few months and hold down your household. I know it's hard. I know it's stressful. Would that be the situations that happen sometimes? But see, this is where marriages end, where you forgot your end of the bargain. You can't do I want to be a wife, sickness and health, rich and poor, and then you're not poor. You're not dirt poor. You just now at a disadvantage in certain things, and it's, I can't take this. You a lazy nigga. I'm out. Huh? All you do is just what? Wait, that's it? That's all it took? That's all it took. The bank account to shrivel up. Hey, should have chose better though, bro. Should have chose better. Says a prudent wife is given as a gift of the Lord. She ain't prudent. She don't understand what's going on. She don't got the Proverbs 31 mentality. So you can't trust her. And at any moment, she could be the spoiled one, gone. Where you at?
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 12.
Read.
She will do him good.
She will what?
She will do him good.
She will what?
She will do him good.
She will do what?
Do him good.
Well, I'm gonna treat him good when it suits me.
She will do him
What
good.
the hell? Oh, it's the. I'm like, what does that smell? It smells like bad. She will do what?
She will do him
She
good.
will do him good. Not when it pleases her, not when it suits her, not when the time is good. You know what? I'm gonna do you good even at we at our worst financially. I'm gonna treat you good if we at our worst in our connection. See, y'all be trying to play a game with these relationships. It's not a game. I'm looking for his well-being regardless of what position we're in. Financially, as long as we both good with the Most High, I'm good with him. As long as he's serving the Lord, we good. As long as I'm serving the Lord, I'm good. It doesn't matter where he got us financially. That's the test. It don't matter what we going through over here with this bill or going over here with this or trying to venture into this. It don't matter. I'm looking for his well-being. Watch. I keep talking about this to y'all, sisters. And I know nobody went and read it. Nobody went and read it just to understand and believe what I was saying. Go to 1 Samuel 25. I keep bringing out Abigail. I keep bringing out Abigail being with a foolish man. And she did not look for his harm. She did not open the door for David to just wipe this dumb nigga out. She looked for his good.
She talked shit about him.
No, she didn't. She didn't ridicule him. She just said, yeah, you know what? Hey, he is a fool. It do smell a little bit manure-ish. I was like, damn, you fertilizing this? That's what I look like. What's that smell? Woo! That's right, straight from the Ethiopian. Damn. You can tell that tree was done. Read it. Read 1 Samuel 25 and 32. You know what? I know I sound passionate. I got a little colorful language coming out. But yo, because this be pissing me off, man, when I see things change because of circumstance. We're not supposed to be changed by circumstances. We're supposed to change circumstance. Right? If it's raining, we just gonna go somewhere sunny. If it's too hot, we just gonna go somewhere cool. We gonna change the climate. We're not gonna let the climate change us. Well, too many times, because of the type of person you're with, they allow a circumstance to change them because they're not about being uncomfortable. They're not about gain. They're not about being able to be content. They're about gain. And so it's sad because it takes the circumstance to then put them on blast. Well, you don't need the circumstance anymore. Just follow the little guy that's being laid down. Take more time to investigate. The Most High will put them through every circumstance before you have to be in their crosshairs. If you're upholding your end of the bargain, sir. 1 Samuel 25 and 32, read it.
1 Samuel chapter 25 and verse 32.
Go ahead.
And David said to Abigail,
Right.
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel,
Come on.
which sent thee this day to meet me.
Read.
And blessed be thy advice.
Come on.
And blessed be thou, which hast kept me this day from coming to shed blood.
From doing what?
From coming to shed
Now,
blood.
whose blood was he coming to shed? He wasn't coming to kill no sheep. He said he was coming to wipe out the entire male line of Nabal's house. Even that. When David comes, he's not killing Abigail. He said he's killing everything that pissed against the wall.
John, all the
That's
men.
all the men. She could have been like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Tough luck, nigga. And then you hear, pew, meet me. Yeah. She could have just been out. But what did she do? Meet me. Pew, let me run to the danger. Because my husband's heart trusteth in me. Because I'm going to do my foolish husband good and not evil all the days of his life. Y'all get it now? She literally could have just, ole, ole. You know, like when the bull is coming and you do the ole, ole. She could have just She could have been like, oh yeah, he right over there. Oh, you looking for the ball? Kill, free my life. You know what? Hang a left by the little sycamore tree, go up the hill, down the block, and he gonna be sitting right there in his chair. Got him. She met David before he could make his approach. You see what type of woman she was? Ain't none of y'all got a husband like her. And you'll throw that nigga to the wolves. Ain't none of y'all got a husband like Abigail got. And you'll kick your husband to the curb. You'll sick the wolves on him because I don't like him today. You'll sick the dogs on him because, you know what, we ain't agreeing today. But that's why ain't none of y'all like Abigail. Ain't none of y'all like Abigail. Because you would do something so egregious. Because you would allow that danger to come in. And a lot of that times, where does the danger come in from? You sisters. Let's just be honest. It comes in from you sisters. Okay? It just does. For the women being deceived was the sin and transgression. I suffer a woman not to teach or usurp authority over the man. This is why you're not supposed to try to pull his card and match wits and try to be smarter than him, because if we let you lead, guess what? It's going to be a little different. It's going to be way different than what you thought it was. Could you use some, like, really? Just, okay. Should I dial it back? Let me dial it back a little bit. Some of y'all be so damn emotional for every little thing. Imagine if we just let you lead the household. What would it be? What would it be? It wouldn't be a house. It'd be a damn place of crime. It wouldn't be a house. Some of y'all are so emotionally unstable. You're not sound. That if we said, you know what? F it. Forget the order. You got it, sis. Lead us. Where will we be? Like, I just want you to think about that in your own self. I'm not trying to downgrade no sisters. But I know one thing. Ain't none of y'all got in the ball. Ain't none of y'all got in the ball. This woman had in the ball and was trying to save his life. And you got a man that's trying to kill himself to save your life. And you'll throw him to the wolves. Let that sink in. Huh. Read.
And from avenging myself with
Right.
my own hand.
Come on.
For in very deed, as the Lord God of Israel liveth, which hath kept me back from hurting thee.
See, royal poet Purple. She a better woman than me. I know. I said it. And it's nothing against you, but I just know. It takes a high level woman to know that it doesn't matter. When you have the power to destroy, what's greater is the power to be able to build. The power to preserve is greater than the power to destroy. That takes a high level. When you have the power in your hands to destroy someone or build them up and you choose to build, bruh, the Most High is really looking at you in a different light. But if you know you can just crush a person or put a person in a circumstance for them to be crushed and you do it, you're also putting yourself in a different light. And you're a different type of woman. You're a different type of person. So I know that she's a better woman. She's a better woman than most women. She's a better woman than most women in the damn scriptures. So it's nothing personal. It just is what it is. But I'm bringing these things out so we can reevaluate. Like, wait a minute. You acting like you got in the ball, you don't. But then you'll do something worse than a woman that actually had in the ball. She saved them. You'll kill your husband. You beat him down with your words. You'll belittle him. You'll minimize his presence in the home. Sisters be doing that. How you gonna minimize your husband's presence in the home when his presence is the only thing keeping it stable? Keep minimizing it, you gonna see how it is to not have it. When the Most High zero that thing out, take that presence. Hey, don't say Qatazap ain't tell you so. Don't say Shadak ain't tell you so. Read.
Except thou hadst hasted and come to meet me.
Right.
Surely there had not been left unto Nabal by this morning light, any that pisseth against the wall.
Yeah, David even admitted, if you ain't come save his life, they would have all been wiped out. So she didn't just save Nabal. She saved everything male of his family. Now, do we hear about Nabal having children with Abigail? So she didn't do it to save her own son. Well, she was, she probably was just trying to save her sons. They don't say they had children. They don't say they had children. And I don't imagine David taking Abigail for a wife if she had a child. He would have probably more than likely just said, hey sis, Shalom, and took the maiden that didn't have the child.
Probably would have shot her back. Hey,
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate your help. Hold down your husband's house. You need anything, we'll come check in on you later. But I'll take 2 of those maidens though, and kept it moving. So you can't say, well, she was trying to save her own, because it don't say she had her own. See the difference of what we get and what you should be looking for? There's a difference. What does it say? It's a hard. Oh, okay. Read on.
Verse 35. So David received of her hand that which she had brought him,
Right.
and said unto her, Go up in peace to thine house.
Go up in peace to thine house. Yeah, the women. Oh, I'm not sure. Ecclesiastes 26 and 2. Yeah, we're gonna go till 9:30. So 26 and 2. Ecclesiastes. Read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
A virtuous woman rejoiceth her
She
husband.
does what?
Rejoiceth her
She
husband.
rejoiceth her husband. She reverences her husband. She don't mitigate. She don't minimize his presence. She don't crap on him when he's down. The scripture talking about a woman that don't comfort her husband in a time of need. I mean, what's it called? Like a dog? Or did I add that? I think I added that one. Go ahead.
And he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
And what?
His life in peace.
What are you looking for in your marriage?
Peace.
Peace, man. Peace of mind. We're both looking for peace, the man and the woman. We both are supposed to have that. There should be peace coming from both ends. Verse 3.
Verse 3. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
Verse 22.
A harlot shall not be accounted. And harlot shall not be accounted as spittle.
Shall be.
Shall be accounted as spittle.
Go ahead.
But a married woman is a tower against death.
Is a what?
Is a tower against death.
Why do I need a tower against death? Well, because I'm going through things and I might need something to hide up under and lean on.
Okay.
See, y'all think that y'all are not supposed to be leaned on, and then you only want to be leaned on for certain things. But then when we really need to lean on you, we're going to lean on you. Why you gotta lean on me that hard? Because it's that hard out here. You gotta lean on me for everything? Right now I do. Yeah.
But what are you doing to change things?
Nothing, because I gotta lean up. Right now I just need some rest. Right now I need to be covered from death. I need to get my mind right. I need to get my spirit right. I need to make sure I'm in tune with what's going on so I can make the next move. And you got to be able to provide that cover, sis. You got to be able to cover your husband, and that's what you brothers should be looking for. Is she going to cover me when it gets hard? Or is she going to ridicule me because, oh, you ain't a real man? She going to do the yada awakening? You ain't a real man if you ain't giving her $250,000 and a black eye.
Choking around and giving her a black eye.
Yeah. He talking about you ain't a man because you ain't giving your woman $250 every time she give birth. But we just found out that he blackened in the eye of his woman, beating her. So I guess $250 come with a beat down. But the whole time you have brothers thinking like, you ain't a man if you're not putting her in this house and pampering her and giving her pedicures. And if she's going 50-50 with you, you're a boy. Okay, cool. But another one bites the dust. Them Hotepalites, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Hotepalites.
They losing the battle because they're coming strong. They're not living up to their word. You're looking for someone that if it gets spooky, and we both can hide within each other. We can look out for each other. Because there'll be different times. If you're in a relationship with somebody long enough, your relationship and the situations are going to flip-flop. Financially, you might be making more money than her at a point, and then something changed, and then now she's making more money than you. So if a woman's making more money than her man, is it now all of a sudden she's the authority? No. Sis, you better humble down. Most High, crush that pocketbook quick. If you think your money is going to give you to control you or give you the right to usurp. And because the man makes the money, is that the end all be all, just money? I got money now, so the house is good. No, bro, you better be ready to teach and guide or be an absentee father and pay your kids, pay what? You buy their love. But we really y'all gotta settle in on these points that I'm saying, because these are the things that when you ask people, well, what happened? Well, I left him because, he just wasn't provided the same way. Provided what? Well, he lost his job. Okay, well, was he just lazy? Or did he lose the job? Or did this happen? Or that happened and this, and I just couldn't deal with it. Well, you signed up to deal with it. That's the point. What did you sign up for? What did you sign up for? To not deal with things, or to have a condition on how long, or what you feel is supposed to be dealt with? Because we're not going into relationships that way. But some people are, and that's what you're trying to find out. What's your cutoff limit? What's going to change your favor towards me? What's going to change your love? What's going to change your humility? Right? What's going to separate you from me? But then what's going to separate, because if you're separated from me and we in Christ, you separated from Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, who's going there?
God.
Romans 8. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? But what does he name? Doesn't he name all these conditions that we are bound to go through? Famine, feast, lack of this, lack of that. What's going to separate you, sis? But if her life is built on these things, if her mind is only geared towards the carnal, then you know what's going to separate her when you can't provide that comfortability of the carnal. That's it. That's really it. Pillar 3. Let's try to get through it. Pillar 3. And again, I did this whole thing backwards because I should have started right here. This should have been the pillar number 1 in the first class. But all I'm doing is bringing back the first class that I did about this topic and circling it right back around. Because there was something I brought out, that a woman that feared the Most High, she was going to have her friendships set up the right way. So, pillar 3, fair weather friends. Y'all ever heard that terminology? I got some fair weather friends. Right? What does that mean? Fair weather friends. So, what does that mean?
Fair weather friends?
Yeah.
Like they here one day, the next day they gone.
Yeah, they only here when the weather is fair. They only here for their
When it's
occasion.
good.
Things are good. That's why
That's why they're around. They fair weather. Like, oh
Fair
damn.
weather, good weather.
Yeah.
When
Like, oh,
things are good, they're around.
it's sunny out, I'm with you. But I need some help in the rain. Nah, can't do that, buddy. I only come out when it's sunny and benefits me. Fair weather friends. So that's what you're looking for. Is this woman fickle? Is she a fair weather friend? Meaning, is she only around when it's good? When your situation's on the up and up? And some people will be around when it's bad, but they got nothing but complaints and their whole spirit look trash. He just has me in this lowly position. sigh. You know that sigh. Right?
Left side.
And they walking around like they beat down because the circumstances changed. Fair weather friends, bro. Like, why you ain't happy no more? Because we just ain't got it like that? Because we can't go do this and go do that? Well, you know, it's just so boring. And, you know, when we first got together, you was like this. But all of a sudden, yeah, because shit changed. Because guess what? Guess what? Let's just let the scripture say it. I'm not mad, I'm not angry. I just be like, man, these are the things that piss me off in relationships. Because it's like, what did you get into a relationship for? What did you get into a relationship thinking it was about to be about? Like, what the hell are we doing? And so it angers me because you see a lot of good people dissolve their situation because it's no longer convenient. So what are you looking for in a woman? You're looking to see, are you her convenience and that's it? You're only there to be her convenience? Because if that's all you provide is her convenience, then guess what? When you're no longer convenient, she's off to the next friend. Oh, we just talking. That's my friend. And then she got friends stacked up in the background waiting to change from friend to friend. Ecclesiastes 6:14. Why you looking? I see you looking at me like that. Told you I'm about to go in. I said it. That's why I'm cutting it off here, because. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
Wait, hold up. What? Read.
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
Didn't it say what a married woman is a tower against death? It says a faithful friend is a strong defense or a stronghold. You know what it means when something is a stronghold? That means it can't be broken. The only thing that can break a stronghold is Christ. Right? Remember? Pulling down all strongholds and things that exalt itself against the knowledge of Christ. So the only thing that's going to come and break that union or that stronghold is Christ. But why would he dissolve your relationship? For the hardness of your hearts. But you're not there. So what I'm trying to show you is, if she's faithful, she's going to be like this stronghold that's impenetrable. No one is going to be able to break in and move her around against you and move you around against her. Nobody can be like, hey, hold this for me, take this for me, and you don't know about it as a man, as the husband. And I need you to go do this for me, and she running errands for somebody else, some other nigga, and you sitting around like, dum-de-dum, which way did she go, George? Which way did she go? Like, what? You don't know what's going on? Well, you might not know what's going on because she didn't tell you what's going on, because she's not a faithful friend. She's not a friend to you. She's everybody else's friend. To you, she's a convenience or an inconvenience that she just has to tolerate until she can go to the next friend. This is what you're looking for. Is she a strong defense? Is she ready to defend your honor, or is she ready to bring dishonor into the home? Well, guess what? Time will tell.
Hey, that was the thing. Like my stepmom, from my brother and sister's mother, she would not let anyone say anything or whisper or hint at anything negative about my dad.
See?
Like, it could be some other woman, it could be some
It could be a guy on the street.
Come. And she ain't gonna let nobody say nothing bad about my
That
pops.
man. She was a strong defense. She was a stronghold.
Mm-hmm. But she'll say all the bad things to him.
Yeah, she got the bad things out, but you can't say. I can say bad things about him, but nobody else can.
Right.
Yeah. Now, is a woman supposed to just lie for a man and do all? No.
Nah.
But yeah, nobody should be able to walk in and come in and start spitting game and talking bad about your man, and it got you moving around looking funny, acting weird towards him. Nothing is supposed to be able to break that bond. Read on.
And he that found such an one hath found a treasure.
Who can find a virtuous wife? For her price is way above the price of rubies. Read on.
Nothing doeth contravail a faithful friend.
Right. Nothing countervails a faithful friend. Nothing can counter it. A faithful friend, nothing can come and change that faithfulness. Nothing can come and mitigate that faithfulness of that friend or the benefits that they bring. You can have the world stacked against you. A faithful friend can beat the world. That's what it's saying. Go ahead.
And his excellency is invaluable.
It's invaluable. So what am I looking for before she's wifey? Number one, number two, number three. That's what I'm looking for, a faithful friend. So if she is wifey number two, wifey number one can't come with negative. And now they both against me.
Damn.
Come on, dummy. You didn't get a friend. You got a damn depository. You didn't get a friend.
Whoa.
Brothers just be looking for something to get up on. Get a friend. And stop just lusting. Just stop. Brothers got to stop with the lust spirit, bro, because it's not working. Leading with lust don't work. She's supposed to be a friend and a sister first. That's how you look at her. The wife, that's added later as she moves towards that, as y'all venture towards that. But what's better than a faithful friend? I'm taking that any day. I know they're going to have my back.
Yeah.
I know they're going to have my best well-being and be truthful to me. Be truthful with me. Because it's not about lying and having my back in lies. It's about being truthful. You want someone that's going to be able to be truthful with you. I can see why David took Abigail. Because she was truthful with David. She was truthful as hell. But she wasn't niggerish. She wasn't doggish towards him. She said, listen, she bowed her damn face in the dirt and said, look, remember the Most High. Remember what he's looking at from you. She reminded him of God, man, to keep him at bay.
Or what woman doing that?
No, they only remind you of God and to let you know you're not God. And why the hell are you telling me anything? Read.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
Is a what?
Is the medicine of life.
Come on.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Now, I know we read this scripture in the first class. Read verse 17.
Whoso feareth the Lord
Right?
shall direct his friendship to right.
We read this. So, what am I looking for in this woman? Can we direct our friendship aright? But if she's not used to having good friendships, guess what? Ours is going to be trash. Because I'm a spiritual man. And if she's not used to taking spiritual things from spiritual people, then guess what? It ain't going to work with us.
Yeah, she shall depart.
Yeah. It ain't going to work. It's just not going to work. Read.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
Right. So again, just think about it from this standpoint. Think about all the things that a husband has to deal with. Right? If he's the provider, the spiritual, remember the man is the spiritual anchor. I don't care what y'all say. God, Christ, man, woman, child. Let that sizzle in your spirit. That's what it is. The man is that anchor that anchors the family and covers the family. So he got a lot that he has to do spiritually if he's trying to be that guy. Then if you add work on top of it, if you add managing this on top of it, this bit, you add these different things, where's his, like, where does he have to now, if he got a wife that's contentious, how does all those things benefit her? If there's contention, wouldn't it be more beneficial towards her if they were friendly? If she was more of a friend, right? I gotta go to work, I gotta fight spiritual battles, but you're being contentious with me. How does that help? Doesn't that further the progress?
Okay.
So you don't wanna be in a situation where you're with somebody and they're hindering the progress. You're trying to do all to stand, but then they're hindering it because of their behavior. You wanna be somebody that's gonna be agreeable and be a friend towards you, be friendly towards each other, right? It's no different. A wise woman buildeth, and a wicked woman teareth down with her hands. That's what it's saying. She can't be a friend to you, she's gonna tear the relationship apart. Right? Men need to be able to regroup, retreat, and have somewhere to rest too, man. Just like you women want a man to be able to trust that women, you have certain things in mind. You know that when you go home and you got your man there, what do you trust? That if somebody knocks at the door at 4 a.m, he ain't gonna have your ass get up and do it. He gonna go do it. And some brothers is getting up strapped. Some brothers is getting the baseball bat. Some brothers is just gonna be in the spirit praying to the Lord. Like, who the hell is this? Or I'll be like, go back to bed. We ain't answering that. But you trust that he's not going to put you in danger, right? So how come we can't trust that? That you can't put it, that you're not going to put us in danger? It's the same trust. You trust that he's going to do his certain manly things, and we're trusting that you're going to do your womanly things, right? Go to Ecclesiastes 9. And verse 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Forsake not an old friend,
Come on.
for the new is not comparable to him.
Right. So why do people forsake old friends for the new? Because that new friend looks all shiny. It's something different. So you're looking at this woman, you want to see, can she settle into a situation and be content? Or is she always looking for the excitement? Is she always looking for something new and flashy? Or can she just settle in and be content? Go ahead.
A new friend is as new wine.
Right.
When it is old, thou shalt not drink it with pleasure.
When it is old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure. See, your relationship is like new wine, which should be transitioning to old wine.
Done.
That new wine, you know, it's sexy. It's robust, but it's not to its fullest.
Honeymoon stage.
It's the honeymoon stage. Old wine is mature. It got body. When you drink it, there's a pleasure that comes from it. Damn, we made it. We're making it. We got past all the immature young stuff. We got past the contention. Because she wasn't really that contentious. We got past the arguing because guess what? We didn't argue. We got past the evil suspicion. Why? Because she wasn't on that. She wasn't evilly suspicious. She wasn't suspecting me of being an evil man. And I didn't expect her to be an evil woman. We got past the pointing the finger stage. Why? Because we didn't do that. We didn't operate like that. What you'll be saying is, damn, we still trying to get past the contention. That she's contentious. Damn, we still trying to get past the evil eye 5 years later. Damn, y'all still working on that? Well, yeah, because she's just living in the past. That's what you'll say when you get with this type of person. We're trying to work on that. But when you get with a person that's not on that, you'll say, hey, we passed that. We never dealt with that. We wasn't on that. Forsake not an old. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
That's it on that. So, you know, that new wine, that drama, that newness, right? It's new, it's something fresh. It's good for the moment, but it's not as enjoyable as that wine that's been sitting around. Right? So, I got one more little point. And go back to Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 7. And this right here is like just to hammer home this friend point, but really, this is how the Most High be testing the heart. He tests our minds. He tests what level of adversity we are on through friendship. So I'm bringing it right back to, is she always in competition with you? Is she always ridiculing? Is she always pointing the finger? Is she always this? Is she always that? Well, the scriptures bring it right back to it. So this is where I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it right here at this scripture, Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
This all stems down to being able to prove a person before you title them friend, wife, husband, even brother. Yeah, we're all brothers in theory, but we're not all brothers in doing. We're not all brothers in living. We're not all brothers in word. We're brothers in word, excuse me, but we're not all brothers in what we do. In action. You gotta prove that in a man.
In adversity.
Right, but it says a friend is born for adversity, but we're not always that. We're not all friends.
No, a friend loveth at all times.
Oh, right, go here.
Yeah.
Right.
Brother's born for adversity.
Read.
And be not hasty to credit him.
And be not what?
And be not hasty to credit him.
See, if I had to hang this whole class, if I had to hang this whole class on one scripture, it would be this. Don't be so hasty to credit a person and to draw a person into your sphere, into your circle, and give them something that they don't deserve.
Right.
They're gonna misuse it. Verse 8.
They don't see the value in it.
They won't see the value in it. You know, when a person can just walk into your situation and just be handed the keys to the kingdom, keys to the house, keys to the car, keys to this, keys to that, keys to my heart. Well, I can just hand you all the keys and you didn't really necessarily just put no work in. You didn't earn it. You're not really gonna take it for nothing. You're gonna take it for granted. Because you're gonna feel like that's how the world is. Where you're supposed to just get the keys. You're entitled. You're owed this. Read.
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
That's what we're looking for. What occasion are you here upon? Is it just for you? Or is this an occasion for us to build? Who's convenienced by this union? Who will be convenienced? And who will be at a disadvantage? We should be at an advantage together. But if one person is burdened and the other person is eased, what the hell? What the hell? Go ahead.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Right, because it's getting hard now. I gotta run. This is what you're trying to fish out of this person. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned into enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
See that? So, a friend turned to enmity. What's going to start happening? It's going to be reproachful situations because of that anger. Everything's going to be a finger pointing situation. But what about you? What about you? What about, man, you know, I've been noticing that you've been doing this lately. I've been like this the whole time. What do you mean lately? Well, now, because you need something to talk about. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
What's at the table? A bountiful spread. Are we good when it's just bread and water? When we just hitting beans and rice and all different types of spaghetti? Are we good? Or are we only good when it's oxtails? Oxtails, curry goat, stewed chicken. Barbacoa. Right? You know those bountiful meals, those real thick. Like when you hit those meals, you gotta get the toothpick, pick your teeth out, you gotta burp 17 times, and you just be feeling good. Oh, the water, babe. Oh. But when you eat spaghetti, you don't need no damn toothpick. That thing go down so fast. It's so light of a meal. Right? You're like, damn, that's all we had? All right, cool. Is the love there? The scriptures say, I'd rather sit at a table of herbs than at a bountiful spread with a contentious woman. No, he said, I'd rather sit at a table with herbs than at a bountiful table in a house with no love. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's in Proverbs. So, but what are we doing? Are you there? Are you here because the table was furnished? Because the Most High had us high, and when He brings us low, it's like poopy party. Pooey, I'm just so upset. It's just not the same. It just used to be like this, but now it's not like that. You don't want to be with nobody like that. That changes with the wind, a fair weather friend. You don't want that. I'm trying to tell you, I'm begging y'all, hear me. Zion! Hear me. Y'all gotta, I'm trying to tell y'all. I know we've been talking. I'm almost done.
Hear me now.
But y'all gotta hear this because this is where brothers and sisters get jammed up at. You saw that new wine, that glitz, that glamour. His beard shimmered in the wind. It was glowing. His body was glowing when you first saw him. He had that soul glow. He had that purple aura around him. Give it to me. He had all that going on. Right? She was floating like an angel in year 1. By year 5, y'all can't stand each other. The glow is gone. The shimmer done weared down. She's dim. She's dull. Her countenance looks beat down. He looked tired as hell from putting up with her mouth. Like, the kids just running around. They just running the house. Kids bad as hell. He done gave up, tapped out, saluting out. He done saluted out for good. Right? Gave up his Hebrew name. All that. He done saluted all the way out. He tired. You didn't even accept the Hebrew name for real. He just named you something because just formalities. You didn't like it for real. You back to your old slave. Right? You're no longer about the life. Why? Because you was there for the table and how it looked, or you actually dare to get to that old wine feeling, settling into the problems, settling in to the situations, going through the ups and downs to get to a point. Go ahead.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
In the day of thy what?
And thy affliction.
Right. Oh, you going through that, not me. I can break away and go create another circumstance for myself while you deal with what you deal with. We ain't together on that. That's your affliction. The Most High is dealing with you. That's your trial. That's your battle. I can make my own way and not deal with that. You don't want to deal with nobody like that. That's trash. Because I'm willing to take on all the BS you got to offer. He's willing to take on all the BS. We're supposed to be willing. That's the marriage. I'm supposed to be able to take on your good, your bad, and the ugly, and know that I'm taking it on. Then,
But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself.
he will what?
He will be as thyself.
Yeah, we partying. We on a boat.
We.
Everything is we. We ain't in France. We on a boat. Nah, bro, I'm on a boat. This is my car. You wouldn't with me shooting in the gym, but you wouldn't with me waking up in the gym. You wasn't studying with me.
Right.
You hated studying. You actually ridiculed me for studying through my downs. Man, I think we should study it. For what? I'm busy. I'm tired. I'm this, I'm that. He wasn't trying to go through the thing with me to get better. But now that we better, see how I did that? But now that we better, when you trying to take that on you, like you did that. You don't want that type of person. Brothers, we must stay focused. Read on.
And will be bold over thy servant.
And we what?
And will be bold over thy
They
servant.
start moving like they you. They start moving as if they're you, but they didn't want to be you when it was bad. They only want to be you when it's good. You got to look out for the spirit. It's a spirit that can be teased out. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Oh,
If thou be brought low.
if what?
If thou be brought low.
Read.
He will be against thee.
He will be with you.
He will be against thee.
He'll be your best friend.
He will be against thee.
He'll be against you. Imagine being brought low and your wife is against you.
Insult to injury, huh?
Imagine being brought low and your wife is like distancing herself from you. No comfort. You going through it. No comfort. Oh, well, I'm busy. I got my own thing to do. Damn. Go ahead.
And will hide himself from thy face.
I got my own thing to do. I'm busy over here doing my own thing. You deal with it, nigga. You a man. Suck it up. You don't want no person like that, no woman like that. You a man, suck it up. We already know that. And there's a lot of things we suck up that we know y'all can't help. Well, we know that nobody can help us with. That's why. See, that's why when hey, you all right? You good? Yep. Even though we not. But you couldn't deal with it anyway. You're not really asking because you care. You just asking to ask.
And then if I didn't start to
Tell you,
disclose,
now I'm a weaker ass man.
or it's gonna turn into some type of fight.
Or it's gonna turn into some type of fight. We can't win for losing. You don't want to be in a relationship like that. You don't want to be in a relationship like that. You don't want to be in a relationship like that. You don't want to be in a relationship like that. Y'all don't want to be in relationships like that. Peace. A woman may look exceptional when life is easy. Because that's what happens. When life is easy, sisters be floating. Oh my God, it's just so good. Everything's good.
God, what was more? I read my scriptures.
Yeah, money is flowing. Everything is good. You looking like an angel. Everything's comfortable. Everything's working. But what happens when that changes? Are you going to show that you're only around for your own occasion? You can't only be present-minded when it's comfortable for you. That's what you're looking for. Is she only present-minded when it's comfortable? Or when it gets uncomfortable, how does she get? So, that's it. It's 9:39. That's it. That's part 3. Hopefully y'all learned some things. That's it. Hopefully, y'all, again, if you didn't understand part 3 or whatever, go back to part 1 and part 2, it's all there. Hopefully somebody learned something from this.
If you're enjoying the content, if you enjoyed the class, if you enjoyed the therapy session, you feel like it's worked on your mind, working your spirit, look in the description link, and neglect not to show your appreciation to the school.
God.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, it's the 20-something of the month, 26. Please, if you haven't already, get your arms in. Those know who I'm speaking to. If you haven't already, if you already, some of y'all set it on a schedule. Some of y'all just wait till around this time just to be reminded. It's fine. Just, yeah, we are definitely short. We always short. So, whatever. That's,
We tall in spirit.
thou art rich. Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just get that in when you can. We gotta pay the rent, pay the lights. So, we got trumpets on the 10th of September.
Yeah.
Memorial Feast of the Memorial Boat of the Trumpets on the 10th, and then by the 19th we got a Day of Atonement. And the 24th we got Tabernacles. If I laid those dates out correctly, that's all September. You know how we get down. If those fall on class days, we won't have class. And if you're in the area and you want to join, all we ask is that you come respectful, right? Ready to be ministered unto. So that's it. That's all we ask. Just come respectful, right? Come ready to be surrounded by a lot of brothers and sisters having fun. That's what we do on the feast days. Not Day of Atonement, but Right? That'd be the one for some brothers and sisters that are getting them.
Lift your soul.
So,
Fast.
I mean, with that, blessings. Yeah, with that, I think we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.